Okay, I am back, and this time it's to review the latest Smallville episode 14, isn't it? Masquerade. That just means that there's 8 episodes left. Well, 7 if you count the fact that the series finale is actually 2 episodes in one. So, yeah, 7 episodes. Anyway, this was quite an interesting episode. Going into it, I didn't really know what was, didn't get any spoilers about it. But there were hints here and there of what this episode was containing. It was heavily centered. We're back with the Darkness story arc again, and this time we're heavily focused on Desard, who is like Darkseid's right hand man, as it were. He's been collecting bodies and trying to convert people, because if we all remember back in Patriot, Slade Wilson had the Omega symbol on his head that Clark was able to see through his X-ray vision. So this is what Desard has actually been doing. He's been like preparing these people for Darkseid, and again it goes back to the Final Crisis comic books, which in essence was what Darkseid was kind of doing, but it was more of his soul that was going from one body to another before they eventually found a suitable host for him. So in this case, that's not actually what's happening. It's more of Desard, Godfrey and Granny Goodness are all getting people converted over to the Omega symbol and having them ready to bow, to submit to the will of Darkseid, kind of thing. Again, same thing in Final Crisis, which was a similar sort of cause. But as I say, what I found interesting about this episode was I didn't really find anything wrong with it. I actually did quite enjoy it. For the most part, the only part that I didn't really enjoy was the whole Chloe and Oliver thing, which I think needs to come to a head at some point, because it's getting to the point now where I'm thinking, okay, we're almost at the end of the series, we're almost at the end of the show, and yet Chloe and Oliver are still behaving like a married couple. I mean, they might as well get married before Clark and Lois does, of which at the beginning of the episode we see Lois sorting out the wedding venue and everything like that. But what was also intriguing, what really made me happy about this episode was that Clark finally, for long last, put the glasses on. And it was amazing to see how he came about that he needed to wear the glasses. Although Lois did suggest a disguise for him, it was more of a disguise for him whilst he's out and about saving people. So you see him having a hood and the glasses, and I'm thinking, yeah, he's not exactly Kid Flash and he's not exactly Green Arrow either. So that's not going to work for him. But yeah, no, at the very end, when he puts the glasses on and he's telling Lois, that I have to be this, I have to be that, I've got to change my behaviour, my personality. And Lois is like, well, are you sure you can do that? And he's like, well, yes. And it was pretty much put to the test when Jeff, the intern, walks into him and drops all his papers and basically says, you really should watch where you're going, which is pretty much what everybody says to Clark Kent anyway. And then there's Clark going, I'm sorry, Jeff, I guess I should be more careful. And Jeff was like, yeah, guess you should be. And I thought, yep, that is Clark Kent. That's the Clark that I know. That's the Clark that I'm familiar with. I can't wait to see what more we're going to have in store. I'm hoping that next episode we're going to have Clark in the suit with these glasses, as the mild-mannered reporter that he should be, with his hair slightly, put to one side as well. I'm just so pleased now that he's got the glasses on. It's one of the wishes that I've had for the season finale, for the final season. And finally, he's got the glasses on. I mean, it was going to happen anyway eventually, but I'm just so pleased that now he's got the glasses on. It's just hoping for the rest to happen as well. The flying, the suit. The costuming for Lex as well, which we know is going to happen as well. But yeah. But what about the very end with Oliver? Ooh. Yeah, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but I think I know when at some point that would have happened. I mean, obviously when Desard was going to his car and then Oliver comes out of nowhere and starts giving him 5 bells. That's oh, what's one of the because obviously Desada's trying to convert Chloe to begin with the seven deadly sins, and obviously Chloe was having none of it because she could understand what was going on, which is why Desada, the Joneses apparently were a couple of FBI agents. Desada had captured one of them and was trying to convert them. So those that he couldn't convert, he ended up killing basically. So luckily he didn't get the chance to kill Chloe because Clark came to save her. But Oliver, I think, got converted straight away because of the fact that he was taking Desada into his own hands, kind of thing. So that's probably why we saw the symbol on his head at the end. I was like, how did that get there? Then now it occurs to me how it got there. But like I say, I can't really pick anything wrong apart from the whole Chloe Oliver thing. I kind of getting familiar with the whole Lois and Clark getting ready to get married kind of thing, because I'm really putting that to one side now and just acting as though, well, it's happening, I'm just going to let it happen. But everything else about the episode I thought was pretty good. Scott Byers, who plays Desard, was just on top form, I think. But yeah, overall, a really good episode, I think. Not as good as Beacon, because Beacon was still awesome, but hopefully from here on in we'll get some good episodes left. I think Fortune is next week, where the gang go to Las Vegas, so it's going to be a whole hangover thing, according to a lot of people who have read the official description, of which I haven't read, by the way. But yeah, it's going to be the hangover thing happening, so be intriguing to see what happens there. Chloe's going to be looking hot, sporting a couple of guns, and Lois is going to be looking hot as well, which they both normally do. Yeah, anyway, so yes, a good episode overall. And yeah, another thing, I've noticed from my All-Star Superman review that I did last night with my son, how a lot of people have been saying, "You've got a son? He's 9 years old? How is that even possible? You look about 19 or 20 years old." Guys, I'm 30. I'm going to be 31 in just over 3 months' time. So, calm down, okay? Okay, he's 9, I'm 30. It's okay. But thank you for the compliments of thinking that I'm 10 years younger than I should be. I wish I was 10 years younger, but I'm not. So, yes, thank you. Anyway, enough of that. I shall see you all soon. Goodbye.